Work it, girl, hey. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having a blessed morning, a blessed night, a blessed evening, whatever time you're watching this video. The materials that you will need on today to make this wig is a stretchy dome cap, measuring tape, a mannequin head, it can be plastic or foam, a mannequin stand, T-pins, and also needle and thread. Okay, so first we have to measure the head. Measurements are going to go as following: front to back, ear to ear, temple to temple, and nape. Now I'm going to do this on my mannequin as a demonstration, so just watch carefully. And you're going to measure your head first, this way. And then you're going to make your measurements on your mannequin, and you're going to place the pins where your measurements stop on your head. Make sure when you measure your head, your hair is either laid very flat or braided. That's going to be very important because you don't want to make your wig too big. And if you have like an afro or if you have like big hair, then you're possibly measuring more than what's necessary. Here's a quick example of my own personal measurements. So my measurements go as following: front to back is 14 inches, ear to ear is 13 inches, and that's ear to ear across the head. Temple to temple, 16 inches, and my nape, which is the very back, like my hairline, is 5 inches. And you guys, trust and believe, my wig fits like a glove. I can literally put my wig on without any clips, any pins or anything, and shake my head, and when it will not fall off. So okay, so after you've completed all of your measurements and you have all of your pins set, you're going to take your closure and you're going to place it in the front of the hairline, right where the end of this cap sits. And you're going to pin each edge of your closure down, and then you're going to start sewing. To keep the closure centered, I thread 2 needles and I start sewing on this side, and then I pause for a second after sewing a couple of stitches, and I go to my other side and stitch a little bit. This just keeps the closure from shifting side, and it ends up like lopsided. Okay, quick side note. I sew into the cap first and form a knot, and then I pull my T-pin out of my closure and sew down the edge of my closure. After you've sewn down your closure, you're going to start sewing your first track. I like to start sewing from the edge of my closure around to the other end of my closure and fold my tracks without cutting them. Now, I start sewing my first track in the front for various reasons. And the main reason is because I want fullness near the front of my face. So I take my needle and I stick it through the weft of my track and I start sewing down. And another reason why I start from the end of my closure and connect my track is because I don't want any spaces or gaps in between the closure and the track. I want it to look like one full piece of hair. So yeah. And because I doubled my tracks, I don't want it to be too bulky when I go to fold it. So I came up with this little method that I use just to help it to be a little more flat. Basically, what you do is you split it just like this, and you start sewing down your first track first. And then after you put a couple of stitches in that, you take your second track, you fold it over, and you sew that one just a little tiny bit above that one. And you can go ahead and put a couple of stitches in that one, and then you can pull them back together and just continue to sew. And just to let you guys know, this hair is not new at all. If you were wondering if it's wet, yes, it's wet because I shampooed it. This is my 4th time using this hair. I've done a sew-in with it 3 times, and now I feel like it's time for me to make a wig out of it because I don't want to keep threading through the wefts and, you know, damaging the wefts. So okay, so ladies and gentlemen, I completely forgot to record myself cutting out the inside of the cap. I know it was just awful, but luckily I was making the same type wig a little earlier that day, so I had to edit and crop and put in where I was cutting out the cap on another client's wig to show you what I did on mine. Basically, it's the same concept. Her cap is just a tiny bit different because she wants the little more of a breathable cap. So, yeah, that's the difference between her and my cap. Sorry, guys. But no worries. I did the same exact thing on both wigs. So, you get to see it. Yay! Once again, I'm sorry about that part. All right, guys, so here is my finished look. I'm like, yes, my wig is just gorgeous.
Okay, let me stop. But thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys next time. Woo, 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 woo. Gummy, on the bottom, on the bottom. Gummy, on the bottom, on the bottom.